Welcome back to Put You On. My name is Michael. I'm here with my dad.
Hey everyone, it's Mike.
And today we are listening to an album called Sweetener by Ariana Grande. So I'm bouncing off of what we just did, which was the Nerd album, because that was Pharrell. So we had a lot of discussion in that video about Pharrell and his music and how good he is at, how amazing he is at producing for other artists. And some of our, criticisms of his own music and what we like, what we don't like. So I figured I'd bounce off of that with an album that he had a large hand in and did a big chunk of the production. That's not his own album.
Is this her debut album?
No, this is her fourth album. It's from 2018, so it's 5 years old.
She's an interesting person.
Yeah. I don't think you've heard much of her actual music. I'm sure you know a lot about her from...
I mean, I maybe have heard, I know you were in love with her for a while. I know probably still are.
Yeah, I mean, who isn't?
I think I've heard, when an album came out, you might have had it on, repeat.
Yeah.
But yeah, I find her just interesting in that, when she first came out, I thought, oh, wow, she's like so good. Like this is going to be, she's going to be everywhere.
Yeah.
And she was for a while. And then I guess all the publicity and the paparazzi stuff and Pete Davidson and, that kind of stuff. And then that ended. And I really feel like maybe I heard something a little bit after the breakup with Pete Davidson, but musically, I think maybe she put something out. Maybe it was this one.
Well, you're pretty spot on.
And then,
Yeah.
like I think she did a lot of touring.
Yep.
And put a tour together. I don't know how successful it was, but I really thought, I think when her debut album came out, her voice in particular had that many octave voice, right? Like she can hit a lot of levels.
Pharrell produced about half the tracks on here. But even regardless of that, I just think it's her strongest album vocally, lyrically. But yeah, you were pretty spot on. This was in the heat of like dead middle of all the Pete Davidson stuff when she was really all over the tabloids, like heavily. Obviously we know that it's not a thing anymore, but this was like right at the peak of that. There's even a song called Pete Davidson on here.
Wow.
So this was like right in the middle of all that. And then she kind of came back with a couple more albums very soon after this that, in my opinion, weren't as fleshed out as this. I think she was just kind of riding a bit of a wave.
Would you say my experience listening to her is that I feel she's one of those performers that is really good live.
Oh, both.
Like
studio and
okay.
live. Her voice is incredible.
Because I feel she has a good command of the stage and she knows how to work an audience. And I feel like the best comes out of her. I mean, I'm only saying that based on what I've seen, not having listened to an album. So it'd be interesting to hear this one.
So the first track is not produced by Pharrell. It's Max Martin. And it's called Raindrops. And in parentheses, it's An Angel Cried. It's a short intro. I guess I'll let it go into track 2.
Okay.
Which is called Blazed. And that is featuring Pharrell, produced by Pharrell.
And raindrops fell down from the sky the day you left me, an angel cried. She cried.
I mean, it's just spine tingling right off the bat. It sounds like she's alone in a church or a cathedral with her voice echoing. What I like about her voice is that she's very close to her speaking voice in some of her words.
The pitch.
Yeah, and it's really unique in that it's almost like she has a very
soft, high voice.
Right.
There is something between us. I can see you right now.
Pharrell.
Oh yeah.
I thought that I was dreaming till my love came around. Now just come on over, show you how we get down. I can't believe it's you here. I can't believe it's happening. What are the odds that you will be the universe so vast to me? Once I have you, I will never let you go. Never let you go. Never let you go. Never let you go. But your soul is the same as I don't care who is listening, 'cause if they making fun of this on TV, they wouldn't laugh if they were real. Some past life with you and they with me. Once
I don't like this part of her voice with all that mixed in. I like it so much better if she's just on its own without the layering.
Her harmonies?
Yeah, I kind of lose something there. Yeah, I like the beat and the sound there, but for me that one something was missing there. Some kickoff or some big launch. It felt a little subdued. It felt controlled. I feel like her voice was very packaged with the harmonies, and all this, her different pitches in the back. It was okay. I personally just would have rather heard the back and forth, like a solo. I do mine, you do yours. I do mine, you do yours.
Yeah. Yeah. I get what you're
So
saying.
Pharrell, let's try that again.
Yeah.
Just me, like it kind of lost something in that. Na, 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 na.
Track 3 is called "The Light Is Coming." It's featuring Nicki Minaj, who's another massive name in the pop world.
Yeah. No comment.
I know you have a lot of biases towards her.
Yeah, you're gonna
but,
have to get me.
But she is a fantastic artist,
You're
rapper,
gonna have
singer.
to get me to hear an album.
I think you've seen like more recent years Nicki Minaj, but she's an incredible artist and lyricist and singer.
You
But
know what?
I think you just have a
I think I get her confused a lot with Cardi B.
probably.
I'm
Yeah.
and I'll admit that. I think when you mention them, like I hear you say that, and I feel like I can't believe that you're talking about the same person that I'm thinking about.
Yeah, Cardi B is not great,
Okay.
in my opinion.
Okay,
She's
so-
I don't think anyone really thinks
So
she's
maybe
a
I'm
top tier artist.
Maybe that's unfortunately that's on
Well,
me.
it makes sense. I mean, they I would like they do have similar styles, I guess, in recent years, maybe with some of their like hits. But yeah, I think you probably do.
I
get
think
them
that's what's
mixed
happening.
up.
Yeah.
I believe this is also produced by Pharrell. There it is. Yes, it is.
You wouldn't let anybody speak, and instead, you wouldn't let anybody speak.
Hey yo, trophy wife, out you won me. Until you had to find out it's one me. Now you benched, all your bum knee. Now I'm the bad guy, call me Chun-Li. Cause you was slipping, yup, you clumsy. And everything I peep, can't just unsee.
The light is coming to give back everything the darkness stole. The light is
That's a
coming
crazy
to give
sample.
back
It
Yeah.
sounds like
everything
sounds like my dad when he was drunk. Like somebody caught it in an argument.
What did she say? What did he say? You don't listen 'cause you know everything. Know it all. Give you a box of chances every time you blow it all.
You hear what I'm saying? How this is like a little bit less layered. Like you can appreciate her voice for her voice. I had a hard time picking out which piece of her voice to listen to on the other.
Right.
Give back everything the darkness stole. Guess you're way above it now, and that's your way to love it now. I can tell you shit that you went through. They are so confused. Who cares about the rational? If it ain't your view, that's the bottom line.
Anybody speak,
The light is coming to give back everything the darkness stole.
anybody speak, and
That just felt fun.
Yeah, it is.
You know, between what made it fun was
It's so Pharrell.
yeah, and I can't help but smile hearing that. It kind of makes me laugh. I don't know, like I don't think you can take this song all that seriously. Hearing that in the back,
Yeah.
and then the do 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 do,
Yeah, the crazy laser synths.
yeah, and just the playing of her voice,
Yeah,
like
the bouncing. Yeah.
It just felt like you're right, like Pharrell on display.
Yeah.
But
now he has
I'll take your
Ariana to-
sound and your voice, and I'm just gonna make a hit song.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a fun tune.
Yeah. But it's like you could totally hear like Pharrell doing that. But it's more interesting when
Yeah,
you have a vocalist that can
yeah,
give you
because like
different-
her lyrics there was no standout about the lyrics. She could have
Yeah.
been mumbling for all I knew. I wasn't focusing on the words as I was the sounds.
This next track's called R.E.M, which if you know is the deepest level of sleep.
Last night, boy, I met you. Yeah. When I was asleep, you're such a dream to me. And it was on a day like this. Yeah. It's such a dream to me. Before you speak, don't move, 'cause I don't wanna wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. I wanna wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Boy, you're such a dream. If you can believe, hey, boy, you're such a dream to me. Excuse me, I love you. I know that's not the way to start a conversation. Trouble. I watch them other girls when they come and bug you. Bum, 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 bum. You like, I love you. Who starts a conversation like that? Nobody but I do. But you are not a picture. I can cut you up and hide you. I'll get you out my mind. I try to, but I just wanna stand and yell. I would never dare to tell. Think I heard somebody else. Keep it to yourself. Is this real? What about La Pearl? I let Vicky keep a secret. Why it ain't no secret if I know you're gonna keep it? Before you speak, don't move, 'cause I don't wanna wake up, wake up.
Feels like someone should be rubbing my feet, rubbing my shoulders. Yeah, girl. Right? Oh yeah, that's a bubble bath.
Oh yeah, that's my chill song.
Oof.
It's just like
I mean, I was. The other ones had me,
grooving.
connected.
Yeah.
But after about a minute of that, I mean,
It's like laying on a
it
cloud.
just settled me right out.
Yeah.
Man. That was, I mean, very seductive, very sultry. You can see her. I will tell you what. Yeah, it just sounds like she's singing to a love.
Yeah. But it's
And
like so bubbly.
I'm
and
so comfortable
sugary.
with you.
Yeah. You're a
and
dream to me.
Yeah, yeah.
I love what is that song I'm thinking of? Bum
It-
bum bum.
Yeah, it feels very bum 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 bum.
Cordes. Yeah, this. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, and it's all this.
Yeah. And even this is like a
And now this has showed up in a lot of movies, right?
for years and years and years to come. I mean, still, yeah. So yeah, that's a great. I love that track.
Yeah, it was very dreamy, very.
And I love Bro's little
Well, that added
little
to the
breathy-
sensuality of it.
Yeah.
You know.
track 5. I believe was one of the singles / hits from this album.
Okay.
It has about 1 billion streams on Spotify. It's called "God Is a Woman."
You love it how I move you love it how I touch you, my one.
Not a Pharrell.
When all is said and
No.
done, you believe God is a woman, and I feel it have to
a bit more of an aggressive beat, grungier beat.
Yeah.
You love it how I move.
But I like how it breaks into that.
You my one. When all is said and done, you believe God is a woman, and it be you. You love it how I move. You love it how I touch. You my one. When all is said and done, you believe God is a woman.
Backing vocals are crazy.
When we're done, you believe God is a woman.
Powerful.
Oh yeah,
Very
Smash.
powerful.
Smash hit.
The album cover. Now, she's upside down.
Yep.
What's the deal with that? I can barely make her out.
Yeah, it's just like a
On purpose?
picture of her
By
upside down.
design? It's
Yeah, I don't know what the
odd.
meaning is behind it, but yes,
maybe because her hair is very white. Looks like dipping the sugar into your coffee. Like like,
yeah, it could be. I actually never thought of it that way, but that's interesting.
because that's not her hair doesn't look like that.
No, it's like this is like a white. Her hair's like dyed white.
Yeah.
But that song is great, epic,
Very powerful.
yeah. Her vocals coming through a little bit stronger there.
Yeah, just shining on the range. Yeah, it was very basic lyrics, but
Yeah. Well, it's also playing off of the last track, which was very sensual.
Heavenly.
But this one was like
I'll make you feel like God is a
powerful.
woman. Yeah.
Yeah. Track 6 is called Sweetener.
Title track.
Title track.
When life deals us cards, make everything taste like it is sounds. Then you come through like the sweetener. You how to bring the bitter taste to a heart. Get it, get it, get it, get it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, flip it, flip it, flip it. You make me say oh, twist it, twist it.
I didn't hear the fork count on that one.
Mix it and mix it and mix
Let's see.
it. Kiss it, kiss it.
I was hoping I would.
Nope, there isn't on this one. It's not every track.
Okay.
But it's a lot of them.
Had so much fun watching them unfold. You said she liked me, I smile, I know. So when they ask, how's life? I go, when life deals us cards, make everything taste like it is salt. Then you come through like the sweetener. You how to bring the bitter taste to a heart. Get it, get it, get it, get it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, flip it, flip it, flip it. You make me say oh, but we had now. When life deals us cards, make everything taste like it is salt. Then you come through like the sweetener. You how to bring the bitter taste to a heart. Get it, get it, get it, get it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, flip it, flip it, flip it. You make me say oh.
I'm gonna give that an ah.
Interesting track.
It doesn't feel current. I liked the part. I like the verse. I mean, I like the
Chorus.
The chorus.
Yeah, the hook is great.
but
But then it kind of
yeah, with his
it kind of jerks.
flip it, says it, and his squealing a little bit. It
Yeah.
didn't seem to fit. I felt like that. It felt like that one was being put in a box that I feel like another one that she could have soared on if it had
Yeah.
a different arrangement. I don't think the arrangement would fit that.
Yeah, it
chorus.
feels like two songs kind of fighting with each other.
Yeah, the chorus was lovely.
The chorus is gorgeous, and the melody.
Yeah, the melody of
And
it
as
was
soon as it cuts,
stops.
it's like it pulls
yeah,
you
what's
out
the
of
rest of this stuff going?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they didn't. Yeah, unfortunate.
Yeah.
I'll give that a medium.
it. Yeah, because her melodies and her vocals are so.
Oh, you could hear it like
intriguing.
growing. Da, da, da,
Yeah.
da, da,
And it keeps
da,
getting
da, da,
stronger,
da.
but then every
And
time it ends, you get pulled into the.
You're right. It felt like two different songs.
That song. That song always reminds me of. Do you remember those toys, the twist, the bop it? Twist
Yeah, where
it,
you
pop it.
where you pushed them
Where
down.
they had to
and
say in the thing, you had to hit it or twist it. That's what it reminded me of. It's like It sounds like I'm watching like a
A
commercial.
commercial. Yeah.
Track 7 is called Successful. Back to Pharrell.
1, 2,
4
3,
count.
4. There it is.
Yeah.
I wonder how that became a thing, you know? That's
Yeah,
wild.
it's just, yeah.
Can't imagine what I'm about to say. It's so hard to hold back, baby. I'm so excited I can hardly wait. Listen, babe. Tonight I'm up all the babe. Tonight I'm up all the babe. It feels so good to be so young and have this fun and be successful. I'm so successful, yeah. And girl, you too, you are so young and beautiful and so successful. Yeah, I'm so successful. This ain't nothing ordinary for me. We ain't going to your favorite place. Say that you should play with me, babe.
I'm telling you, when she's up there in the range,
So young and
for me, it feels like Aretha Franklin. It feels
Yeah.
like all the old soul ladies. Like it doesn't even do it justice where she's hitting and then coming right back down to this. Pretty cool with
Yeah.
the steel drum and the different, you know, at least the beat was consistent through the whole thing. There wasn't that off feeling like you couldn't jump in or you weren't sure how to swing with it. Yeah, I mean, I still feel like like it's hard to even categorize. It's almost like trying to tame her voice to fit a song, because I still feel her voice is much bigger than these songs, if that's even possible. You know what I'm saying? Like it feels like, okay, she's giving a good part of the range. I just feel like the songs aren't even doing justice to her voice.
Yeah, I mean, you have to think, like, they're still making pop music. Like, not every song is going to be,
Yeah,
you
blow
know,
away
the ballad.
stuff. Yeah.
You have to kind of, like, she's doing different styles and fitting different types of,
Yeah.
you know.
So as far as pop goes, I would, you know, that's a classic,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
with the beat, the steel drum.
It is an odd beat, though, a little bit.
At least, but it kept pace.
But it
kept
meshes
pace.
better with the flow of her lyrics there. It's not as combative as the last track where it's like
Right.
kind of pushing against each other.
Exactly.
Track 8 is called Every Time.
I get tired of your no-shows. You get tired of my control. They keep telling me to let go, but I don't really let go when I say so. I keep giving people blank stares.
This one I
I'm
like.
so different when you're not there. You get high and call on the regular. I get weak and fall like a teenager. Why, oh, why does God keep bringing me back to you? I get drunk, pretend that I'm over it. Self-destruct, show up like an idiot. Why, oh, why does God keep bringing me back to you? Back to you, back to you, back to you.
That is my favorite one so far.
Yeah, it's really good.
Nice blend of real. I mean, that's a real pop
Yeah.
hit.
Yeah.
Back to you, back to you, back to you. Back to you, back to you, back to you. I go back to you, back to you, back to
Yeah, see how she's even doing the whoop? Like, I don't mind. Like, that's because that's her, you know? So
Yeah.
she can manage it, then let it be.
Short,
you know?
punchy.
I think so. Yeah.
Good
Those
melody.
are the ones I like the best.
Yeah. I was going to say, that's like the more what you would expect of a pop song, but she just does it
very catchy.
She does it
chorus
perfectly.
Yeah, I mean it's just
just-
smooth, nice, chill beat behind it.
Yeah.
that was a good one.
So yeah, track 9 is called Breathin.
Breathing.
No G.
Some days things just take way too much of my energy. I look up and the whole room's spinning. You take my cares away. I get so overcomplicate. People tell me to medicate. Feel my blood running, swear the sky's falling. I know that all this shit's fabricated. Just keep breathing and breathing and breathing.
Oh, I heard this one.
I have two. I mean, obviously I've heard the whole album, but
Yeah.
this one is coming back to me.
Yeah.
I think it must have been a hit. That
Sounds like it.
Or you just heard it from me.
In the car.
I haven't heard it in a long time.
Just keep breathing and breathing and breathing and breathing. And all I gotta I keep on breathing. Just keep breathing and breathing and breathing and breathing. And all I gotta I keep on breathing, breathing and breathing and breathing and breathing.
This one feels a little Dua Lipa.
Yeah, the punch.
Very dance heavy.
Yeah.
I like how she started softly.
Yeah,
and then it turned into a
Yeah.
big beat.
That's
That
a
was
banger.
good. That was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I haven't heard that in a long time, but
That might have been the first one,
it came right back to me.
or like an early, the first single or something. I don't know. You would know better, but it sounds very familiar.
I don't even know if it was a single. I think I had played it a lot when the album came out.
Sounds familiar.
It's just such a good song.
I liked it.
Again, that was a consideration for today, was Dua Lipa.
Dua Lipa.
We still got to get to her.
I've never heard of.
She's so good.
I've only seen her on TV too.
Yeah, she's so good.
Like if there's an award show and she'll do a song and a performance.
I mean, there's a lot of like modern day pop artists that I'm like very big fans of. Like Dua Lipa's probably up there. Dua Lipa might be my number one, honestly. If I really had to pick, like,
She's pretty popular.
my favorite.
I mean, that's
And
an
she only has
understatement.
2 albums, but they're
That's
both
crazy.
fantastic. They're both so good. But, Ariana's, she's up there too. I mean, that's just such a,
I think what Dua Lipa has
Powerful.
going for her is she incorporates the dance a lot in her
yeah.
performances. She's
Yeah.
very physical, like the Janet Jackson type.
But yeah, that is that style, like you said, very danceable.
very danceable. That
High energy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This is probably one of the most well-known Ariana songs.
Okay.
One of the biggest hits. It's called No Tears Left to Cry.
Right now I'm in a state of mind. I wanna be in like all the time. Ain't got no tears left to cry. So I'm picking it up, picking it up. I'm living, I'm living, I'm picking it up. I'm picking it up, picking it up. I'm loving, I'm living, I'm picking it up. I'm picking it up, picking it up. I'm living, so we turn it up. Yeah, we turning it up. Ain't got no tears in my body. I ran out, but boy, I like it. I like it. I like it. And if you don't know, then I know it, babe. Know it, babe. Yeah. Right now, I'm in a state of mind. I wanna be in like all the time. Ain't got no tears left to cry. So I'm picking it up, picking it up. I'm living, I'm picking it up. I just want you to come with me. We on another time. and I'm living, so we turning up. Yeah, we turning it up.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was real good. I don't know what I like better, the music or her voice. That
Oh,
one's a
man.
good.
It's a
Mesh.
perfect seamless blend of the
I would
upbeat.
say classic pop song,
Yeah.
but very. I would listen to that again. Like
Oh,
you
man.
know, right
It's
now.
infectious. I think that's probably one of the best pop songs of the past decade. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Really good.
The vocals are so strong, and how it just seamlessly switches from the ba, ba, ba,
I love
the
that.
punchiness with
I
the
love
synth
that.
in her voice,
And then
then just
da. Yeah,
her voice just kind of elevating the production. It's just,
that was pleasurable.
oh man, and that melody is just so
Yeah.
exquisite.
I mean, the fact that they have to like echo her voice, I still feel. Can you imagine what it must sound like in studio?
Yeah, I would love to hear just like
You know, it must
the
be,
raw vocal
Oh,
take
boy.
of her doing those.
I mean, it's got to be amazing. So the second half is definitely
It picks it up a little
more
bit. Yeah,
cohesive in terms of like, you know, track to track.
yeah. I mean,
Whereas the beginning, it was up and down.
Yeah.
But now so far, it's very consistent.
I think you'll be excited to see the feature for the next one, Borderline. It's featuring Missy Elliott, which I know you
I like Missy.
talked about Missy a lot. When we talk about pop and like older pop.
96, I think. 96, 97, I first heard her. I love me some
Oh yeah,
some Missy.
she's she's a legend, and also a very surprising feature for a modern.
Yeah, I
mega
also
pop
felt like
star.
I never felt like she took herself all that seriously
Right.
either.
Right.
Like she had talent, but never had this ego to go with it. Like
Yeah.
you know, some of the male rappers do. But
Right.
that's you expect
Part of the
that.
game, yeah.
Right.
Chasing you, no, I won't stop trying. Just meet me at the borderline. You play hard to get, but I know you want me to. Ain't out here looking for help to do, so I'ma keep it tight for you. You know I'm the wifey type, babe. You know I'll be one of a kind, though. At the borderline. Seems like I'm coming on strong, but I don't want this time to pass. I know you got a lot of chicks yelling at you, but I bet they cannot last. You know I'm the wifey type, babe. You know I'll be one of a kind, though.
I'm like, you got me so on a chase. Got me feeling so out of place. Think about you all of my days. Wish you chew on me like fresh grapes. Not trying to cuff you or crowd your space. I'm trying to find cute words just to say. Dang, you fine and look at that face. At the borderline beside me, you lay.
Baby, I just want you to be mine.
I like the cowbell. I like Missy. The lyrics were just so, but I don't like how he was. I don't like that bum 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 bum. I feel like he was locked in on this album to a certain way. Like it feels like his production is very cookie cutter. He keeps doing that, in the back, and like which he used to perfection on Getting Hot in Here, but I don't think it's serving her well. I hate to say it, like that was just so because of that. It felt annoying to me. It felt like like it needed to be switched up. I felt
Yeah, I get where you're coming
like
from.
it had a
Yeah.
potential for maybe a Latin
Yeah.
flavor there with the I don't know what her background is. It felt like it could have little something.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, it can feel a little repetitive with
Yeah,
some of his.
it feels like at least the ones he's been on for this, he's been stuck in a pattern.
Yeah.
I don't like pattern. I like,
I know what you mean. We're at track 12, which is called Better Off.
You keep me in your orbit. Well, I know I'm a hard one to please. Give it too much importance. My love will have your fall to your knees. I tell them this too often. I'd rather your body than
This is where
half of
she's
your
just-
heart.
Yep.
unmatchable. It's
Yep.
just
When you're
her.
letting them feelings that I don't want, I never let them know too much. It getting too emotional. Yeah. I'm better off without him. I swear my love is a curse, make you hand over shoes. Hand over shoes. Let's put them topics to bed and go
That's a
fuck on
good
the
line.
roof. Just to say that
Better
we
for you,
did.
I'm head over shoes instead of head over heels.
Proposition, I dismiss them on no offense, yeah. Steering clear of any headaches to start. And if we're being honest, so that I'm better off.
I mean, she certainly went for the best of the best.
Oh, yeah.
I'm better off without him. I'm better off.
Nice arrangement.
Being a wild one. On the road a lot, and I keep it 1,000. So that I'm better off not being around ya.
Pretty.
Yeah, there's just something about her. She's very. She looks like a light, very light.
Dogs got triggered by something. Sorry.
She looks like a very lightweight, 90 pounds, 100 pounds kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I see her as just like a waif of a girl, where almost fairy-like,
Okay.
floating. So when I hear
Like mystical.
yeah,
Yeah.
not a big dancer. I know she can,
Yeah.
but so when those other ones try to, it almost feels like unnatural.
I feel you,
Like
yeah.
she's trying to get a song out of it, or they're making one out of it.
Right.
But it's not her
I know what you mean.
strong suit.
Yeah.
You know?
Track 13 is called Goodnight. Goodnight and Go.
Tell me why you gotta look at me that way. You know what it does to me. So baby, what you trying to say? Lately all I want is you on top of me. You know where your hands should be.
I would say when she's like this, that's as close as she gets to like a rap
I
feel.
got you, I
Yeah.
got you dreaming. You close your eyes, I am screaming. Oh,
Like she makes the words sound as pretty as they come out when
Yeah.
she sings them.
Yeah.
any excuse to stay awake with you when you're sleepy. I'd sleep
Nice, man.
there,
Jeez.
but then the heating may be down again. Am I convenient? We'd be good, we'd be great together.
Are you kidding me?
Why'd you have to be so cute? It's impossible to ignore you.
You hear the like it's so enunciated.
Wanna say goodnight, wanna say goodnight and go. Wanna say goodnight, go.
Wow. Wow.
That song's crazy.
Wow. I mean, even the vibrating,
Oh,
the alien sound at the end is
It's like, it's transportive.
yeah.
Mixing that with her, in the heavens vocals is like,
It was like another
unbelievable.
instrument. Her voice is like another synth or
like
another
a big string
Yeah,
section.
let's just how do we play with it now? I mean, that was on full display there. And she
and just another gorgeous.
yeah, she just
gorgeously
sounds so
written
sexy and petite. I think that's what's really attractive about her is
Yeah.
the the lightness of how it just comes off so very light.
Yeah.
Like, how can this small person
Have that.
That's
Yeah,
what it is.
Unbelievable. This song is brief. The next one.
Okay.
Just a minute. It's called Pete Davidson.
Yeah. I thought you into my life. Look in my mind. No better place or time. How they align. Universe must have my back. Fell from the sky into my lap. Ooh, got me happy, happy. I'ma be happy, happy. I'ma be happy, happy. Don't get no crying from me. Got me happy, happy. I'ma be happy, 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 happy.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing when you're young, you know,
What
hear,
feels
to hear
so-
someone say, "I know you're my soulmate,"
Right.
and then put it out on a record, and
Yep.
you know, 10 years from now, she could be married with a kid, and then
Yeah.
and they'll say, "Mommy, who was your soulmate? Who was this guy?"
Yeah, it's tough.
It is.
Pretty
It's-
sounding song though. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice little melody.
Yeah.
Brief.
Yeah. I just it's
It's just interesting now to look
interesting
back
that
on,
you would
yeah.
even put his name and
to have his
a
full
quick,
name as a
short-
title of
exactly.
the song is pretty.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
That's head over heels, head over shoe, if you will.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice. So the closing track is called "Get Well Soon."
You said she was getting a little personal.
Yeah. So this is there's a little bit of backstory that I'll give before this track. It's 5 minutes and 22 seconds. It's meant to mark the date, May 22nd, of she had a show a year prior in Manchester that a suicide bomber bombed. I think 22 people died. A lot of them were younger kids because they were there to see Ariana. So she took a big break from music and the spotlight after that. So this was her first kind
The
of
suicide bomber went into the venue that she was at, and did
during
that?
a show,
My God.
like mid show, and blew up a vest in the stands.
Oh my God.
So obviously it had a major impact in her life, and she had like severe anxiety and
I bet. Fear, PTSD.
fear of being outside.
Sure.
But she was very, very, very connected to every single family, like spent time with all of them, the people that were injured and the people, the parents of the kids who's passed and stuff like that. So that's what she was doing in her free time before making this.
Wow.
So yeah, it's 5 minutes and 22 seconds, which is the date 5/22. And then there's 40 seconds of silence at the end, which is the 40 victims. So
You can pan it, yeah, yeah. They say my system is overloaded. Girl, what's wrong with you? Come back down. I'm too much in my head, did you notice? Girl, what's wrong with you? Come back down. My body's here on earth, but I'm floating. Girl, what's wrong with you? Come back down. This is for everybody. Like you gotta take care of your body. Yeah. Ain't no time to deny it. That is why we're talking about it. Yeah, we're talking about it. Still with it, so try to get by it. Ain't no time to deny it. So we had to stand and just try to get better. My life is so controlled by the what ifs. Girl, what's wrong with you? Come back down. Maybe I should ground myself where the night is before I'm gone. This is for everybody. Like you gotta take care of your body. Ain't no time to deny it. That is why we're talking about it.
Yeah, I love her enunciation. The song is so simple with the piano, the snapping, and just her.
Yeah.
You don't need more. Less is more with her,
Yeah.
I think. Because you want to hear her abilities. Yeah, this is, I hear his signature on this one for sure.
Take you and me to make us. One of those days you had enough. I'll be there. If it ain't one thing, it's another. If you need someone to pull you out the bubble, I'll be right there just to hug you. I'll be there. Where are you? Are you home? Call me right on the phone. I'll be there. You can work your way to the top and feel it.
I mean, without that backstory, with the backstory, it makes it all the more epic of how, she says, "I'll be there for you. Doesn't matter. Just, I'm there for you."
Yeah.
It really shows how you can never know somebody, fully. Like I never knew that about her. I never knew she went through something like that, and to, share that. I mean, to have that happen publicly and then to share it personally, I bet she contacted every single one of them, like you said, and spent time with them. I mean, that's huge. If you're dealing with it yourself, and then having to go and
Put
listen,
yourself into those families,
and then to maybe even go through the phases of blaming yourself and why me and why did this guy come here?
Yeah,
I mean, boy, that's big. That's big.
heavy track.
Yeah.
Still very
Nice to end
pretty
it
sounding.
with, but yeah, very, I mean,
know what
the,
I mean?
the
Light.
simplistic piano in the beginning that Pharrell gave the song respect. It didn't turn it into anything other than
Not trying
a
to be a
tribute
hit
song.
or-
Yeah. I mean, especially now with 9/11 coming up and everything, it's all, there are times when things are just raw and you can just know that people are in a, you never know who you see on a daily basis, what they're going through, what they've experienced. Maybe everybody you meet this week has had someone that was in 9/11. You never know, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not something that comes out all the time.
Right.
So the gentleness in her approach to this, I really respect, and the way Pharrell kept it simple.
And the songwriting is it's perfect. It's a perfectly written song. Like, speaking on herself and what she felt, right? My system's overloaded. What's wrong with you? Come back down. Saying how her mind and her body felt separated, which is an anxiety disorder. It's called
Absolutely.
Dissociation.
Disassociation,
right?
yeah.
Which I know she was dealing with after all those events, like massive anxiety attacks and disassociation.
Yeah, you kind of say that happened to someone else, not me.
But then, like you said, to be able to take that and then still give the message to, she said multiple times afterwards that like she has directly in contact with every single
They probably
person
have her cell phone
and said like, I don't like, she has a great line towards the end where she says,
I don't care.
it doesn't matter that I'm at the top. Like you think that I'm this big untouchable,
if
I'm
you
going to
don't feel
ignore
good,
this.
call
But she was
me.
like, I am like, this has affected me, so deeply that I'm always going to be
there for you, yeah.
which is, it's just such a great,
Yeah, I
track.
mean that's rare to share that kind of experience and have a song come out of it. So
and like you said, even just speaking on it at all is probably
it's very
a big choice to,
Yeah, it's huge.
You know.
She didn't have to.
like you said, especially if it was something that,
Right, if it
messed her up
causes
that badly.
trauma. But most health professionals will tell you the best way, right, is to
open.
go through it.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it doesn't, sting or, I mean, good Lord.
And like you were saying before about how gentle she is, like the gentleness of her voice there is like,
you could
brings
hear
you
a
right
little bit of
into-
the pain. Yeah.
it brings you right into her and her thoughts. And
Yeah. And again, I don't, without knowing that background story, I don't know I would have heard the song the same way. I still felt I liked the simplicity.
nice sounding, yeah.
Yeah, of how he kept it nice and simple. I felt they both did justice to the topic.
so yeah, that was Sweetener. Hope you enjoyed.
I did, yeah. I it was a good listen. I had my critiques. I'd say it was
Some
I'd still give it a thumbs up.
yeah.
There are definitely, for me, were some skippable things.
Yeah.
But overall, I liked it. I would like to hear another album of hers, and at some point, just for comparison, like
Right.
early versus
Right.
early career versus later career, how it changed, what she finds as her what she likes to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed it.
So we're kicking off our little pop stint here.
Okay.
Olivia Rodrigo will be next.
Okay.
Been anticipating that one for a long time.
What's the date that it comes out?
It comes out next week, Friday.
Okay.
Or wait, no, this week technically Friday. Yeah, this week Friday. I don't know what day it is.
Well, this will come out on the channel on Friday.
Yeah, so that day it comes out.
Okay, so the day we watch this, it'll be coming out.
Yeah, so people have heard it by now.
But
if they're
you'll
watching.
be
But I'll be
at a bachelor party for your brother, huh?
Bacheloring it up.
Oh boy, my son's getting married. My other son's getting married.
Yeah, not me.
Michael's
My brother.
still. We're not losing him yet.
Yeah, I'm still here. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week with a new album and new video. Peace.